So last fall, I ran my whole summer milk run one morning. All the spots that had been loaded since June, and I could not buy a bite. Then I look up, and way across the lake, there's birds just dropping down onto the water. So I idle over there, make one cast into the middle of it, and it's fish after fish after fish. That right there is the whole key to fall fishing, and I want to walk you through exactly why it works. So all summer long, bass live on structure. They'll find a ledge or a brush pile and basically just set up there, because that spot gives them everything they need. That's why your summer spots are so reliable. You can go back week after week and the fish are sitting right there. But in the fall, that all changes, and the thing that changes it is the bait. As the days get shorter and the water starts cooling off, the bait fish, the shad and the minnows, they pull out of the pockets and bunch up into big schools and just start roaming around the lake. And bass are lazy. Honestly, they're going to go where the easy meal is. So they leave that structure behind and follow the bait wherever it goes. That's why your best summer spot can be totally dead by October. The fish didn't vanish, they just went with the food, and the food moved. So in the fall, instead of running around checking all your old spots, the first thing you want to do is go find the bait. Because wherever the bait is, the bass are going to be right under it. And the good news is the bait usually tells you right where it is. The easiest way to find it is to just watch the birds. Gulls, loons, any bird that eats fish. They're not sitting out over open water for no reason. They're sitting on top of a school of bait. And what's going on under those birds is you've almost always got bass pushing up into that same bait from below at the same time the birds are hitting it from above. So that school is getting hammered from both sides. When you see birds working in an area like that, get over there and cast right into the middle of them. If there's no birds around, you can still read the water itself. When bass push a bait school up toward the top, the surface starts to look different. You'll see little flickers or a patch of water that looks nervous and choppy while everything around it is calm. And sometimes you'll see the bait actually spray out of the water, which means a bass just came up through them from underneath. Anywhere you see that, throw in there. And if you run a fish finder, it's even easier. You're just looking for those big balls of bait, usually out on a point or off the mouth of a creek. Soon as you mark a big wad of bait like that, slow down and start fishing, because the bass are not going to be far away. Now, one thing a lot of people get wrong about fall is the timing. In summer, you fish early and late because of the heat. But in fall, a lot of the best action happens in the middle of the day. Once the sun gets up and that bait balls up nice and tight, the bass will surround it and just feed, sometimes at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So don't pack up early in the fall. You might be leaving right when it's about to turn on. As far as where to start looking, 2 areas are usually a safe bet. The backs of the feeder creeks are great because the bait wash is way up in there, the water's usually a little stained, and it's shallow, like 1 to 4 feet, so the bait gets pushed right up where you can see it. The other spot is the main lake, out around your points and humps, where the bass sit under schools of bait that are cruising around in open water. For lures, you want to match what the bait looks like and cover water, because you're hunting more than anything. A spinnerbait or a lipless crankbait is perfect for this, because you can chuck it out and reel it back fast and cover a ton of water while you look for the fish. And keep a topwater tied on too, because when the bass shove that bait right up to the surface, you can throw a walking bait over the top of the school and they'll come up and smoke it. I'll be honest, this took me a long time to actually trust, because leaving a spot you know holds fish to go chase a bunch of birds across the lake feels wrong. But it flat out works. In the fall, a random stretch of water with bait and birds on it will outfish your best empty spot pretty much every time. So next time you're out in the fall and your normal spots aren't giving you anything, don't just sit there grinding them. Pick your head up and go find the bait. Do that, and the fish are usually right there waiting. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you next time.